What's up, everybody? So, let me get this straight. I was watching a clip on MSNBC, and in this clip, they're talking about immigrants and they're talking about terrorists and how Donald Trump and his minions have basically successfully got this whole country thinking that it's immigrants that are causing all the terrorism in this country. Now, they mentioned 9/11, and then I asked, when was the last time outside of 9/11, which we're coming up on 25 years, it's already 24, when has it happened since then? Not to say that there hasn't been any threats that they haven't thwarted, but I'm talking about when has it happened since then by immigrants? I can't find one. I would love for you guys to put one in the comments where an immigrant has unalived people for political reasons or for terrorized reasons, hatred or whatever. Okay? Now let's go through the ones that we kind of know about here of late. Donald Trump was attempted to have an assassination on him. White kid, Republican. The second one, an older white male, was a Republican. And then after that, we got Charlie Kirk by a white kid whose family raised him as a Republican and he went independent. That sounds like Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger, not somebody on the Democrat side. People who were Republican that went independent, yeah, but they made that person liberal somehow. Don't know how that is, but then we got the kid who shot and killed 3 Latin people who were immigrants, and it was supposed to be for ICE, what they say, white. And they said no party, but just because it had anti-raid or anti-ICE on it, all of a sudden he was liberal. No, that doesn't mean liberal, not at all. But just because it doesn't mean MAGA, it means liberal. That's not the case. Again, Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger are not MAGA, and they're not liberal. So that equation that you guys come up with is the wrong math. It's just a math thing. So then we have a man who ran his truck into a church, started killing people with a gun, and then set the place on fire and got taken out by somebody who was brave enough to take this mad person out. MAGA, 2 flags in his back truck, tipped everybody off, but they still tried to make him liberal. Then we had a dude on the same weekend drive up on a boat and start shooting people while having dinner and just chilling out at some fish company restaurant. Yeah, and drove right back to the dock and was loading it back up like nothing ever happened. And then said, I'm a military person and I got all these mental issues. Okay, you might want to talk about your mental issues before you unalive innocent people, not use it as an excuse after you've done it. Although you didn't care about it, that you stuck around and took responsibility. No, you ran and then got on your boat and tried to hook it back up and got caught. Then the excuses come out. But he was MAGA, and you guessed it, a white man. So I'm trying to figure something out here. No matter whether you want to say one of them's MAGA, independent, Republican, or Democrat, they're all white men. And I have yet to hear on the news that, hey, our terrorists are mostly white men. We need to start working on mental health for white men, not just men, not just Americans, white men. They're the ones killing everybody. They're the ones who are the true terrorists. FBI said it a long time ago, and we have yet to admit that shit. We have yet, as on news, to call it like it is. white men are terrorizing America. Now ask yourself why, then we can get to solving the problem. But if you keep on acting like whenever white men do something, everybody needs healthcare issues. No, we all are dealing with our healthcare issues. It's white men that aren't. Put the blame where it belongs. You're talking about immigrants coming over and unaliving us and being terrorists. It is the man that you are sleeping with, white woman, both, I guess. It is the man that you raised, white people. The man that you're married to or your father, white people, that needs the mental health care. Because after living in a country that really doesn't hold them responsible for shit, they got so much of a grievance that they're unaliving people because they think they have been dealt a bad hand, when all these other races are the ones that are getting treated disrespectfully in this country because they aren't white. Now we got white people who have privilege upset because of what? They want more privilege? I mean, come on. If we don't deal with the problem, we can't solve it. Pushing it off on immigrants and Latin people and people of color when it's majority white men. I just gave you about 6 instances in the last 9 months of white men taking people out for their own weird ideologies. Terrorism. You can't name one black, one Latin terrorizing anybody because of an ideology. Yet you want to blame it on people of color. The math ain't mathy. Deal with the problem. And the problem right now are radicalized white men, and they have reasons that we have yet to figure out. But if you don't put it on Front Street, nobody's gonna try and figure it out. We're just gonna keep having people die while you guys blame it on everything else but radicalized white men. Where's the lie?